So in this video on lead management within Microsoft Dynamics 365 for sales, we're going to show how to create a personal view within the leads area. Now this is one in a series we've done specifically on leads within Dynamics. You can see links to others in the series below. Also, if you've got any suggested content ideas or you need any help with Microsoft Dynamics, please see the links below. So let's go into the system, and at the moment I'm in an all leads view, but if I just click on the side arrow here, that gives me a list of other system lead views that we have. Now these are ones that are set up in the back of the system effectively by your administrator, and these are available to all users. Now that's all well and good, but if those views didn't contain the data we wanted, we might want to create our own personal version of that. So you can create your own views. Normally best to start from a view that's got similar data or similar filters to where you're trying to get to. So I'm going to start with all leads. And what I want to do is just see leads that have been created in the last month, and I just want to see ones where the status reason is new. In other words, these leads have come in and we haven't qualified them, or we haven't disqualified them. They're kind of just sat there, so I'm a bit concerned about those. So what I'm going to do to create that view is I'm going to go to Edit Filters here, click that. Now because we're in all leads, there are no filters, that's blank. If I'd selected a different view, there would likely be some filters there. But this means I can kind of start from scratch, start from a clean slate. So what I'm going to say is I want leads being created this month. So I'm going to add a row, which is effectively add a field, and I'm going to choose, just jump to created on. Then I'm going to choose an operator of this month, and I also want a query on status reason because I only want new ones to appear in that view. So if I click there to select a field, jump down to the S's by typing in S there, selecting status reasons, happy with the operator. I now need to pick the value, and I want new leads that haven't been qualified, so I'm going to pick the value new. I'm going to apply that now, and you can see now that's just brought back two leads that were created within March, in this case within the last month, and have a status reason of new. So we could use as many criteria as we wanted there, and we could also build in all criteria, and if we wanted to we could base the query on data held in related records. We're not going to do that in this particular instance, but the one thing I will do is I can change what data is displayed here. So I've got this button on the top here called Edit Columns. If I go to Edit Columns, and let's say I wanted to add the ratings field. By the way, I could remove any of these if I didn't want them. You can see the three dots to the right of that tile. I got the option to remove those, or if I want to move things around, I could do so. So I'm going to add a column, and I want to add rating. Now I could scroll down, or I could search for it. So I'm going to just type in rating at the top here. That's the rating field. Close that. I might drag that up so it appears earlier in the sequence of columns. If I now apply that, you can see I've got a rating appear in that view. So I've created my own view for my own criteria, and also determine what data is brought back. Now I'm not limited to adding just a single field. I could add multiple fields there if I wanted to, or multiple columns there. So I've got the ability to sort of really structure that data exactly as I need it. Now finally, what I also can do, as it's a personal view, I mean I can just do this as a sort of ad hoc query. It gives me the information I need, I just move on. But it might be that I wanted to save this for some point in the future, and so if I go to the down arrow here, you can see at the bottom of here I've got the option to save as a new view, which is what I'm going to do. And just wait for that to come back and give it a name. I'll just call that test lead view. I won't give it a description. If I save that now, that's my test lead view. If I look at the list of views, you can see I've got all the system ones still there, but I've now added this personal view, and I know it's a personal view because it's got a little person icon appearing there. I can create as many personal views as I wish to. I also have the mechanism to share those with other people, perhaps other team members, if they were views that might be found to be useful by other people. So that's very quickly how you can create personal views within the Leads record. Now, I've done much more detailed videos on some of the power behind creating personal views and what you can do there. It's quite a powerful piece of analytics within the Dynamics system. I'll put a link to that video series we did. But as I say, this is one of the series we're doing specifically on Leads. You can see links to others in the series below. Also, if you've got suggested content ideas or you need any help with Microsoft Dynamics, please see the links below. Anyway, hopefully that's been helpful, and hopefully see you again soon.